Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in kind of a little bit of spit of rain out there. Nothing serious.
A spit of
yeah,
rain.
a spit of rain. Do you think it's going to get sunny later?
Maybe.
Oh, what do you mean maybe?
You didn't hear my weather
I
report?
didn't know. I'm sorry. I don't
okay.
listen to the radio when I'm driving in.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I have to pay attention because even if Jen and I talk too much, I forget to change lanes. And we have to go across a bunch of lanes to get in the toll so we can get here on time. And then we have to get out of those lanes and go completely across to exit on time. And I've missed a few opportunities in the past, so we have to be careful. So no, we don't listen to anything when we're driving in. Yeah. So is it going to be sunny?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's going to show up a little bit later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
like tardy for the party.
Tardy for the party. Yeah. Okay. Well, I had my Flower World debut.
Yeah? How'd it go?
It was amazing.
Good,
it was gorgeous out. I planted all afternoon. I still have a few, a few things I need to plant. So I'm hoping for an encore of weather. So, because I need a few more plants, maybe a couple more roadies, and yeah, I'm in heaven. It's wonderful.
It's good to know. Good to know.
Great. So, of course, we're going to be taking calls today, but we're also going to be talking about manifesting. It's one of my favorite topics in the world. Makes me extremely happy. And we're going to be talking about the difference between a true and authentic vibration of desire and longing, because those are two very different frequencies of energy. And a lot of people think that when you're in the longing energy, you're in the desiring energy, but you are not. When you're longing for something, you're literally pushing it away. You're not allowing it to come towards you. You're like, oh, I really want that thing. And that thing will be so great when I have it. And why isn't that thing here? And when is that thing coming? That's all longing energy. Desired energy is, of course, happy. It's very, very happy. And there's excitement about what's coming around the corner. However, it's also calm. There's a calmness to it because the thing is here. The thing that you want has already arrived in your life. And so you have to become very, very comfortable, regardless of where you are in the manifesting of something that you truly desire. You have to be comfortable with the authentic vibration of desire, which is that the thing is here, even if you don't know exactly what it would look like or smell like or what it's going to be like in your life. You need to kind of investigate those emotions and get comfortable with what the feeling would be like once it's arrived so that you can actually let it in, because as long as you are in the longing, you're pushing it away. So we're going to talk about that today.
You can't do that.
Right. You can't do that.
The more you talk about it.
Right.
I mean, there you go. That's basically in short.
Right. Yes. But lots of people do this. They think, I desire it. This is a desire. And I'm like, no, that's not a desire. That is pushing it away. You're terrified it's not going to happen. And guess what? It won't. As long as you're in that vibration, it absolutely will not happen.
For sure.
For sure. Okay. So we're taking calls.
We are. And if you'd like to join us, everyone out there listening, 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. We'll start things out. We'll take, looks like Mary calling in from the local area, Seattle. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
I love your show. First, I just wanted to say that. And I've been working on what if questions.
Oh, good. Great job.
Yeah. And I'd love to have the general energy reading that a lot of people ask for. Sure. And then my one question is regarding my health and a shoulder condition I just got diagnosed with.
But not like, I love the word diagnosis, but when you're an oncology nurse, it means a very different thing. And of course, I don't work in the hospital any longer. So maybe not use the word diagnosed any longer.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got a little issue going on.
Okay.
Agreed?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, actually, your energy looks fantastic. You're taking energy into every vortex. Well, actually, not the fifth, but there's no leak in the fifth. So the fifth one governs the throat chakra. It also governs the shoulders, interesting enough. So this is about speaking your truth. And I can only imagine you're in a space in your life right now where you've changed a lot. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So your words may not be completely matching whom you've become. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So this is affecting your shoulder. So you're going to have to go ahead and say things that are more in alignment with who you are. So like the example I always give is I always choose to live in kind of conservative neighborhoods. Maybe because I really like big homes, so that's part of it. But I love HOAs. Very few people do, but I really don't want purple and pink houses scattered throughout the neighborhood and everybody leaving their garbage cans out for several days. I like the uniformity of everyone putting their stuff away, and I like space between the neighbors' homes. And so that means I probably have a fair amount of conservative people in my neighborhood. But if anyone in my neighborhood asks me what I do for a living, I am completely direct about, "Oh, I'm psychic. I work in the healing world." I could say I'm an author, but I haven't written a book in a decade, so that would not be the
We need to get you
highest
back on
truth.
that.
I know. We're
We'll
working
make it
on it.
happen. Yeah.
Jen and I are
Mhm.
like slicing and dicing my schedule.
You should manifest that.
I should.
All right.
You
There we
are
go. See?
very
I,
smart. I'm going to work on that. Yes, you're so right.
placement.
Because, Paul Selig, who I know this is slightly off topic, Paul Selig, who, we've interviewed
Mhm.
and everybody else has on this station. He just like channels a book in like 3 or 4 days
Yeah,
and it gets
done.
published.
Yeah,
Yeah.
done.
So what I'm trying to say is regardless of the outside conditions or how people are going to respond, because empathic people know how people are going to respond and they can feel it. And so uh, empathic people like everything to feel good. They don't like to create conflict, sort of speak. But if you're not sharing who you are, you may not recognize who you're talking to. And if you don't recognize who you're talking to, then you can't be your authentic self. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
So I just want you to be okay with the conflict. Not everyone's going to like who you're becoming.
Okay.
And you need to not care about that. In fact, you're going to learn a lot when you have honest conversations with people. You learn a lot about people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Speaking my truth rather than trying to make whatever I say be okay with what I think their reaction might be.
Exactly. Because that's not truth. That's you sugarcoating it, putting frosting on top of it, pretending that it doesn't stink. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And this is going to help your shoulder. But the rest of your energy looks fantastic.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And even though the medical community says there's a good chance that it would need surgery, do you see that, or do you have any recommendations that I could do?
I do have a recommendation. So have you ever heard of red light and non-infrared light therapy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a panel?
I don't have a panel yet.
Yeah, I would get one because it works great on muscles and joints and bone and tissue and cartilage so that, you could completely avoid surgery. I have numerous clients who should have artificial hips or knees by now who do not because they use red light therapy and they don't have pain, even though they might even be bone on bone. They don't have discomfort. They're fully mobile because they use red light therapy. So it'll be a piece of cake for your injury.
Okay, awesome. Are they all?
I would just choose an FDA approved product. There's many of them. I have one. I did choose platinum therapy, but there's many, many, many of them. And just make sure they're FDA approved. That's really important.
Okay.
Okay.
I will do that. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Good luck. Oh, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mary, for joining the show. 877-825-8828. We shall now take, looks like Cindy's joining us from San Diego. Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. I'm really excited to be on the show.
Wonderful.
I've taken your classes.
Oh.
I've called in before. I've taken your classes, and I've had a one-on-one session with you.
Oh, wonderful. And have the phone calls been helpful?
Very helpful. Everything has been helpful and life-changing. So I wanted to thank you.
You're welcome, and I'm so happy. And I was there. I had a client who was actually vacationing in the Bahamas when she had her first session with me, and she's been listening to the radio show, she said, for 14 years. And I go, yep, I've been on it a long time. And one of the things I ask people is, was it helpful? Because I like to do things that actually are meaningful. And so after our session, she goes, I just want you to know this was very helpful because I know that that's important to you. I go, oh, thank you. I'm so glad. So what can I do for you today?
I wanted the opportunity to tell you that. So this was great. So life-changing. So I'm interesting. It's about manifesting.
Good.
I've done I've done so many changes in my life. I quit my corporate job.
Yay.
I was really in my head the last time we spoke, and I've been really working on not doing that. So I just sort of wanted to see, I'm about to enter into more of the energy healing world, metaphysical world. And it's still, I'm on the edge of the cliff, sort of jumping off. And I wanted to see like what you see as far as, what you see.
Right. Well, I think you're a perfect person to work in the multisensory world, and we need millions and millions of people to do so. We have billions of people, and many people are waking up and having shifts of consciousness. You do have a large leak in your heart chakra. So I would say you're scared. You're scared it's not going to work out, scared you're not good enough. Is this making sense, what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, I've been working on it, but it looks like it's still an area of, is it more around receiving?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because the fourth chakra is the highest receptivity vortex in the physical body. So here's your homework assignment. I want you to start feeling and imagining. A big part of manifesting is you have to imagine. With some people need to go very detailed, some people need to be more general, but you have to imagine that what you're creating is already here. So you already have an incredible practice, or whatever your ambitions are. You've already written a bestseller, you're already giving talks around the world, whatever it is that you want. And I want you to walk around your house as if it's already happened. We need you to step into the energy of what you've created so that it can be in the physical world. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes total sense.
All right.
Yeah.
And
I might be caught up in the longing.
Right. I think you're in the longing and the fear. I actually like where you are because I understand it. It's like you can feel it. You know it's going to happen, which also kind of scares you, but in a good way, like good excitement scared. And then there's that other part. What if I'm just crazy, which you are not. You are not. And so we need to really dissipate those kind of go-to feelings and get into the vibration of, I already did it. I did it. I did it. I'm dancing in my magnificence. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm appreciated for what I do. And of course, the universe is, gifting me everything that I desire. So I want you to start being in that energy and start talking to the universe in gratitude about it. Like, thank you so much that this happened. I'm so happy. I just want you to start really living what you want before it gets here, because that's how it gets here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That's
You're welcome.
so helpful.
Good. You're welcome. And have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks, Cindy, for joining the show. And from San Diego, 877-825-8828. And we'll take one more before our first break. Is that cool?
Oh, sure.
All right. We'll take Jen calling in from Portland, Oregon. Hi, Jen.
Hello.
Hi, Marie. Hi, Benny. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We are lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
Thank you. Well, I love you, Marie. Just want you to know that. I'm so helpful all these years.
I'm so grateful.
Thank you. So just a general, do my guides have anything they want me to know for my highest good?
You are asking the perfect question for you, and maybe what we all have to learn, and I'm putting myself in that topic as well, is sometimes we have to just kind of feel out the question. Sometimes we just ask questions because our logical mind goes, oh, I should ask for this. Right? But you ask the perfect question because your guides are extremely highlighted right now, extremely highlighted. You're in a very good, sweet spot in your life. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. And so your guides get to perform more or be more helpful in this moment of your life, which could be, this moment could last forever, but let's say it's going to be very significant for the next several years. I'm not really sure, but I mean, several years of being in a highly significant, high vibrational guide interactive moment is profound, because you are actually doing what they've been trying to get you to do for a very, very long time. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So not only do you have your normal set of guides, which I think you have about 11, which is an auspicious number. It's a very powerful number, but you have like another 30, 40 guides standing around you, not to mention the fact, around your other guides, which is around you, not to mention the fact you also have about 8 archways behind you. Do you know what an archway is?
Yes.
Okay. And then for people listening, in case you're not sure what that means, when someone's really in alignment and they're making significant stride, like they are in alignment with their desires, they're not in that longing place, that we get archways because we're starting to gain consciousness and more awareness. We're starting to interact with our internal selves in very profound ways. And in each arch, which are about 20 feet wide and 50 feet high, sometimes the numbers can be opposite, but that's about what they are like. There's an additional 50 guides. So you have, 450 guides along with the 30 plus hanging out with your regular 11. You are on track. I want you to really take advantage of this energy, really, really let them help you, which means do your very best to stay out of your resistance. It's extremely important. This is one of the reasons why I love having a dog, because dogs are so happy and they're funny and they're playful. And last night I was on a walk and I let Charles off the leash and because nobody was at the park because it was starting to rain. And he just did I don't know how many laps of zoomies. He was so happy and, diving into the grass and just having an incredible time, which, of course, elevated my energy and made me laugh my head off. So do your best to stay out of your resistance at this time.
That sounds great. Does my energy all look okay?
You're taking energy from the 1st, the 7th, and the 6th. You don't have a leak, but you're not taking energy into the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th. So there's it's almost like you know things are changing and you're a little bit scared, in a good way. Like, I hope this doesn't disappear. It kind of reminds me when I started to see energy, and I would always see these little tiny golden triangles when I opened up my eyes in the morning, hundreds of them spinning all around me. And I would be afraid every morning that if I opened up my eyes, they'd be gone. Right. And they weren't for months and months and months. And when they finally disappeared, I was on to other things that I was seeing. So I didn't miss them. So just know that the golden triangles aren't going anywhere. You're on the right path. You have incredible support. Stay in alignment. Ignore your resistance.
Okay. Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Love you both.
Aw, thanks. Appreciate that. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our first break of the hour. We'll take that right now. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
How can Marie Manuchehri help you create a better life? Check out her events page and attend a workshop. Working with Marie is a life-changing experience. If you want to find an effective way to make significant improvements in your life, sign up for a class today at energyintuitive.com.
Alternative Talk 1150 is your sports organization's safe bet when it comes to airing your team's games. Our players are all seasoned professionals when it comes to sports programming. Imagine your games being heard on local radio. Your team deserves the MVP treatment. Call 425-653-1150 today to learn how affordable and fun it is to broadcast your games on the radio. Call 425-653-1150 and make your next season something special. That's 425-653-1150.
If you've been thinking about joining my Greece retreat, but you realize that it was all sold out, we now have a few slots available. So if you'd love to go to the stunning, gorgeous, somewhat private island of Syro, Greece, the second most desirable island in all of the Greek islands, then you definitely want to go to energyintuitive.com and start communicating with my office so that you can participate and manifest your dreams into reality. This is our second time going to Greece. We will be there for 7 days. We swim, we go on boats, we have incredible food, we do daily physical activity, and of course, we learn powerful teachings to help you manifest your dreams into reality. So if you're interested, you better hurry up. There's only a few slots left. Go to energyintuitive.com.
Alternative Talk 1150. It's good for what ails you. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. So we're talking about manifesting today, and we still have a slot. I'm going to Greece. So if you want to manifest a trip, I highly would recommend it. It is going to be the time of our lives. I am over the moon thrilled. It's going to be an incredible experience. And of course, the entire week is all about manifesting at these 2 villas we rent on the island of Syros. It's kind of like a 5-star experience. I'm not kidding. Your room
Kind of like it.
it
Probably
really is. Yeah. I don't think they've ever rated themselves because these are owned by families
Sounds awesome.
who rent out their places, and they stay there and take care of everyone, and they hire all these incredible chefs. And, I teach on the main villa that is on the ocean with an infinity pool. It's just incredible. And then, of course, how could you not love beautiful Mediterranean oceans that are gorgeous blue with, little towns that are all painted white? I mean, it's just really, really stunning. And Ciro's is like that. In fact, and I think everybody on the show knows how much I love jewelry. I always buy jewelry. In fact, I was staying at an Airbnb on Camano Island last year, and I left my ring that I bought on the island of Syros at the Airbnb, and the lady took a picture and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you left this beautiful ring. Where did you get it?" And so I told her, and I'm going to be texting her because I told her I'm going back to Greece. If you want a ring, let me know your price range. I'll pick one up for you. So I got to remember to text her before we take off in June. So if you're ready to get back in the air, Dr. Fauci has said that the United States is now out of its pandemic phase.
Yep, officially,
which is really amazing and remarkable. I'm starting to be proud of Americans
we
now.
did it.
We did it.
Woo!
Right. I still wear a mask when I walk
sure.
in this building and when I go to the grocery store, and I have little
Mm-hmm.
baby grandchildren and all kinds of people in my life like that. So I do, but it's a perfect time to start getting out in the world and traveling. Most countries have done better than in the United States. We are not ranked positively in our ability to fight this virus.
We're getting there.
So it's a perfect time to get in the air and have some fun, have a glass of champagne, and go learn about manifesting on the island of Syro.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take now Claire calling it from Denver, Colorado. Hi, Claire.
Ooh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm like very, very nervous.
Don't be.
Is this your first time calling in, Claire?
It actually isn't, so I don't know why I'm nervous.
Well, one of my babies is in Colorado right now. One of my daughters and her husband and the grandbaby are there. It's kind of a top secret mission, so I can't really talk more about that. But I'm very excited they're in Colorado. So what can I do for you?
I would actually just like some guidance. I guess that'd be from my spirit guides. But for the past year, I've just been dealing with some health issues, but probably brought on by my mom passed away last July, and she was in Australia, so I couldn't be there with her. So just kind of dealing with residual. But it started in my back with like hernia, like I had like 4 herniated discs in my back.
Oh my gosh, that is extremely painful. I'm so sorry.
An intense year, and now I'm dealing with kind of hormonal issues.
Yeah.
So, I kind of pulled your book back out, and my thought is it's kind of second chakra related.
Definitely.
I need to surrender.
Yeah. So anything to do with the spine, and of course you had 4 herniated discs. I'm so sorry because those aren't fun. Has to do with not letting go, right? Holding on. And of course, I can't even imagine having an ill parent in a completely different country during a pandemic where you can't travel, or even if you got there, they may not let you into the country because, the US has sucked in their pandemic. Not like Australia. Australia did amazing. They get 5 gold stars with their behavior.
They started early and shut it down early. I mean, that's
and I don't know what they did.
Same with Hawaii. Remember they had a really big restriction.
We shut down pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing is that their incidence of disease is like practically, it's like unheard of in Australia, not like the rest of the US. At any rate, I'm going to talk to your mother in a few minutes because I think this is all related. It's all related to all of this. I'm going to talk to her in just a few minutes. She just loves you and adores you. You know that, right?
I do.
And you know what? What I love about talking to dead people is you find out things that the human mind just can't even contemplate. But your mother didn't want you there. She didn't want you to see her like that. She didn't want you to see her going or suffering. Now that she's on the other side, she may have like, oh, well, that kind of would have been nice. But your mother was kind of a fiercely independent person prior to whatever happened to her. And she did not want you to see her, succumb to an illness or whatever happened to her and kind of fade away and then die. She didn't want you to see that. So just know that this actually worked out good for her and where she was. I mean, she spoke to you and you guys shared energy and you loved each other, but she didn't want you to see her that way. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
So nothing went wrong. Like souls are choosing when they want to come into a body, and they're choosing when they want to leave a body, and they're choosing how they're going to leave and when they're going to leave. And so sometimes I think of all the people who don't want their loved ones to see them suffering, or whatever definition we want to put on it, because I've talked to people who are moaning, and when they wake up, they tell me they are happier than they could possibly be, when I've been at the bedside of people who are leaving the planet. So the body sometimes has different reactions than what's actually going on inside their consciousness and their awareness. But I mean, what a perfect arrangement. She chose to die during the pandemic when she knew not everyone could be at her bedside. And especially you. I think you guys had a very strong bond. And it would have been harder for her to leave her body. Is that making sense? Yeah.
It's just hard.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But I think this is going to help your body. So your new favorite, what if question is, what if I let go and get out of the way? What if I surrender and get out of the way? Can you start repeating that?
Yes.
Okay. And your mom can't wait till you guys sit down and have a cup of tea together.
We're having her memorial at the end of May.
Oh, good, good. So you'll be traveling there?
No, not to Australia.
Okay.
We'll have it in the States.
Okay, great. Well, she'll be there, of course. And she just can't wait till you feel her again, but feel her healthy and happy and all of those fun things.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a gorgeous day.
Thank you. You as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining the show. 877-825-8828. We will travel back now to Portland area.
Oh, close to home.
We have Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hi,
How
Michelle.
are you?
Good.
We're great. Thank you. What can I do for you?
And thank you for your show and your class. They've been wonderful.
I know. Isn't the shift so fun? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. We just finished our last module. So I've taught my first two, I'd never taught for the shift before. I've been such a busy person that unless someone reaches out for me, I just don't even know what's going on in the world, work-wise anyway. So I finished a 7-week course and then a 12-week course. We just finished it on Tuesday night and it was incredible. I love, love, love having such a large audience to speak to. It makes me so happy. So what can I do for you now?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Thank you.
I have two questions. One is I wanted to ask, what do my guides want to share with me that's in my highest good?
Okay.
And also about my hormones. So I started getting hot flashes early, and just wondering if you think estrogen, progesterone therapy is a good thing for me or not.
Well, I mean, you're young, right? So what I would jump to is herbs, which act as antigens that actually help balance hormones. That's what I would do first. In fact, I didn't start taking herbs until I was in my 50s. I wish I had started taking them in my 40s. They really made a difference. So I'm not against bioidentical hormones, and those are the only ones I would recommend that people take. But I also think people should wait, and unless they absolutely have to. I just started taking them a year ago, and I'm in my 60s now. And just because hormones can also, create some issues for some people, right? So I would recommend that you start doing antigen herbs. I do have a favorite, but herbs are powerful. They're like medicine. So you need to make sure you ask a practitioner, a pharmacist, talk to a doctor, right? Because I'm not any of those things, right?
Yeah. I do see an acupuncturist, and I have herbs from her.
Okay. So my favorite formula and the acupuncturist I loves this formula, and she and I were talking about it. She goes, "Yeah, I don't know why this formula works so well. It's even in small quantities." I go, "I know, it's amazing." So you can ask your acupuncturist, but it's called HPA Adapt, and it's an incredible formula that really helps to balance hormones. And I think it really takes away the hot flashes and helps people get the energy that they need for longer periods of time before if they need to go on compounded hormones. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, and I do take HbA Adapt too. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Okay, so yeah, if things are continuing to go in that weird direction, then you probably should ask a naturopath. Or some doctors actually order compounded hormones, but very few, unfortunately. It's talk to your compounded person. But here's what the universe is telling me, and your guides as well. So it's finally coming through the haze, if you will, so to speak. They want you to enjoy premenopause. They want you to have fun with it. They want you to go, those hot flashes are delicious. They want you to have fun with it, because if you can have fun with it, because it's just a normal experience that we're having now. At some point, because obviously women are waiting longer and longer to have children. So at some point, obviously we're going to maintain our hormones for longer periods of time because we have to maintain the species, right? So we will not go into menopause in our 30s, 40s, or 50s or 60s. Probably, maybe our entire lives will maintain our hormones, but we're not quite there yet. So the more you can love the changes that are occurring in your body, the easier they will be for you. Okay?
Awesome.
Okay.
And did they have any other divine messages they wanted to share besides that?
Well, I think that one is a divine message, because they're trying to teach you to love all things in your life, because you have a very strong mind. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
In fact, like if you were walking through my house right now, and you would notice, because I have really dark flooring in my house, and if you notice like little, debris from Charles or something like that, you would notice it. Like you would stop and notice it. You would not do it in a rude way or anything like that. You're very polite, but it's a distraction for you. So you need to not let yourself be distracted by the things in life that are fine, and start just thinking they're cute or interesting, all kinds of things. It's going to change your vibration enormously and get you into an incredible receptivity for your life. Incredible.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Have
so
a
much.
lovely day.
All right. You too.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for joining the show. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you haven't done so, write it down, get it logged in. Do the best you can with that. All right. We'll take now Junko calling in from Florida. Hi, Junko.
Hi, Marie and Barry. So nice to be here. Thank you so much for the class. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I'm teaching again on the Shift Network. I'll start in the fall of this year, and we're going to do the same thing. A 7-week course, and then we're going to move into a 12-week course. So I'll be teaching into 2023 as well.
Awesome.
I know. I'm so excited. What can I do for you?
Yeah. So last June, my father passed away, and in Japan, my home country. And of course, I didn't get to see him. And I feel fine about him.
Mm-hmm.
But is he hanging around
Of course.
around me?
Your father was kind of an exact person. He could have even been successful in his life, because I just see him very exact. And if his baby is going to talk to a medium, he's going to be standing right next to you. He has the most gorgeous bouquet of flowers for you. And they kind of remind me of like paradise flowers, like they're bright colors, like reds and oranges. It's just beautiful. And it's huge. I mean, it's enormous. It maybe if we were buying a bouquet of flowers, like at the market, which are also large, many of them, imagine there's 5 of them put together. That's just how big the flowers are. Your father misses you immensely. And of course he visits you often. He really does. But he goes, we had a few things we needed to kind of clean up.
Yep.
He goes, I don't know if I would have allowed myself to clean it up. He goes, and I'm sorry about that. He said, I'm sorry I wasn't the progressive father that you deserved. Which is very precious of him to say, right? And true, and very true, right? He wasn't the progressive father. He goes, I put a lot of stress on you, unnecessary stress that is neither modern or kind. And he says, I just want you to know that none of those thoughts enter my mind now. None of those thoughts enter my mind at all. And I see you as the powerful, beautiful, amazing woman that you are. And he goes,
it makes me so happy.
And he said, so don't go back to my old self. When you think about me, do your best not to go back to those memories where you and I are fighting or arguing. because I was being a stick in the mud. He said many other colorful words, but I'm not going to say them on the air. And he wouldn't want me to. He's polite, right? He would not want me to.
Right.
And he goes, and just know that I'm in awe of you. I celebrate you. And I'm very, very lucky that you became my child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very last encounter that he and my husband and I had, it became very ugly.
Yeah.
And he disowned my husband. So there
Who
was
does
a
that?
huge hurt.
Yeah. I mean, this is very old thinking, like when my children were choosing their husbands, luckily I love all of them, but I had to have a little talk with myself because maybe I'm not going to like a few things about them, or maybe I don't like their parents, which is not the case. Mostly. But, I had to say I have to respect the choices my children make and love, of course, their husbands because they're now part of our family and so your father, when you were saying that, he remembers, obviously, and he's very embarrassed by that, but so grateful that despite the fact that he was acting like, this is my word, probably not his, but a moron, he is so grateful that you stayed in your lane, stayed devoted to your family and your own happiness, and ignored his silliness.
Oh, good.
He's very happy you did that. And he goes, you married a perfect person for you because he supported you and not me. And he's right. And like your husband is for you. His job is to take care of you and your family, not to agree with your dad. That's not his job, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so he said
Does he say anything about my brother? He's being very difficult to me, and he has my father's inheritance money.
Yeah.
And I'm just torn. I need to go back and get the money, but I am so torn.
Will he give you the money? And is it legally in the will that you can get it?
Yeah, but he does. Physically, he has the account book. And
yeah. Well, we know he's not going to be fair. He's a lot like your dad. I mean, honestly, he's a lot like how your dad was, right? And I just got a flash of my kid's dad. His father just recently died, and he lived in Iran and died in Iran. And my kid's dad, he inherited almost all the money. His sisters got very little, and he's supposed to be generous to everybody and make sure everybody gets it. But some parts of the world, and especially when we're in masculine energy, we're not as fair as we should be. But I don't want you to worry about it. I think your father's going to send a lot of positive energy. Go when you're ready. Your brother's going to have to give you some. Maybe make sure you have a good lawyer from the country that can make sure that the document is followed correctly. But don't go until you're ready, till you're happy. Okay? Just give it a little bit more time.
Yeah. In the class, you mentioned that, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now. Would you say that again, what you were saying?
I was just saying, just wait till you're happy. And remember, manifesting is about feeling what you want as if it's already here. So you already got the money. It's done.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Feel that, not the strife and the worry and your brother's unfortunate behavior. Okay?
Yeah. But you were saying in the class that go toward the resistance.
Yeah, but
So I was a little,
Well, every situation is different, right? So I can't say exactly what I was talking about in the class right now, but we want you to have a really good outcome. So let's go when your energy is happy. And it doesn't have to be happy about seeing your brother. It could be happy about anything. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Junko, for calling in from the Florida area, 877-825-8828 for the show, and also 425-373-5527 if you are listening internationally, just let you know as well. Our second break of the hour is happening right now, so we'll be right back with more from Marie.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Saving Great Animals, a Seattle-based dog rescue organization, matches families with dogs that are the best fit. Dogs that come from overcrowded animal control shelters, from abandonment or neglect. The key to Saving Great Animals' success is a trial adoption program, including training and counsel as needed. This way, you know you have the right dog before the adoption is final. Saving Great Animals relies solely on donations, so please visit savinggreatanimals.org today.
If you've been thinking about joining my Greece retreat, but you realize that it was all sold out, we now have a few slots available. So if you'd love to go to the stunning, gorgeous, somewhat private island of Syro, Greece, the second most desirable island in all of the Greek islands, then you definitely want to go to energyintuitive.com and start communicating with my office so that you can participate and manifest your dreams into reality. This is our second time going to Greece. We will be there for 7 days. We swim, we go on boats, we have incredible food, we do daily physical activity, and of course, we learn powerful teachings to help you manifest your dreams into reality. So if you're interested, you better hurry up. There's only a few slots left. Go to energyintuitive.com.
Make it a great day. Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here, and the sun's starting to come out. Seattle.
Told you.
So I'm heading back to Flower World. You did.
You're gonna beeline right there after breakfast.
Beeline. Well, no, I have to work.
Oh, so you skipping breakfast today?
No. We always do breakfast. We always do breakfast on Thursdays. We go to a coffee shop. This beautiful one. We eat delicious food, and then I have 2 clients that I'm seeing. I have 2 videos I have to make. I have 2 recordings I have to make, but I'm done by like 4:30, and then but Flower World closes at 5 or some ridiculous early hour. So I'll be going
knocking it out.
I'll be going this weekend. Yeah, Thursday's my longest work day actually, because I have to get up early to come here. Had to put the garbage cans out at 7 a.m.
Right.
and
which we've had to do that with we have a special guest in the studio.
We do.
It's Lexi. It's my girlfriend's daughter. It's take your kid to work day.
Yay.
And since mine are in school, can't really bring both of them. They've been here before. You've seen them a million times. So Lexi's never seen the studio. She's wanted to check it out. So she got up bright and early with me.
And that is early, Lexi.
Early, yeah.
I mean, that is, she's nodding. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's like 4:30 in the morning.
Well,
right?
It's 3:30 here. Grab the microphone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Swing it over.
Yeah, it was a very, very early morning.
Well, we're grateful you're here, and we're so happy that you're experiencing Benny in a different way and learning what he does in the world. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for waking up so early. Yeah, that's really remarkable.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We will take now Debbie from Seattle. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Hi, Debbie.
Good day.
Good day.
My energy is really good, isn't it?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm calling in. My name's Coach Debbie, and I want to help you get your book out of your head and into the world. I am just so excited for you.
Thank you.
And if you have a moment, I would also love to have a reading from you.
Sure. Yeah. I'm drawing out your energy right now, and you're doing a beautiful job receiving energy into your body. No leak. You aren't taking energy into the throat chakra. So I would definitely work on speaking your truth more. But every single one of your vortexes is taking an energy, which is lovely. Even the third, which governs the immune system. So that's fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So good job.
Anything I should know going forward?
I would just spend a little bit more time out of your head and in the lower half of your body, just to get more clarity about what's going on around you from that, present moment perspective, because I think you do think a lot. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I know how to think.
Yeah, it's really not the best thing for any of us, honestly. It just truly isn't. The brain was created to help us in the moment. Like these two people in the studio had to get up at 3:30 in the morning, so their brain had to make sure they set the alarm, that they got out of bed because my alarm went off at 7. I got out of bed at like 7:10, and only because the garbage cans have to be out there. So right. So your mind is there to help us navigate the human reality, but it can't tell you what to do for a living, who to love, where to live, where to vacation. It can't tell you any of those things. It's the emotional body that actually gives us accurate information, 100 times more accurate than what the brain tells you. So I'd love for you to get out of your brain and start resting in the lower half of your body.
Thank
Okay?
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for calling in, and have a great day.
You too. Take care now.
So actually, Debbie, hang on. You actually are Coach Debbie Handrich. She has a show here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my
she
gosh.
snuck in through the queue there. And just to want to remind everybody, you can listen to her show, Story You Talk Radio. It's Thursdays, which is today at 4 p.m. Am I right?
Oh, Debbie, how long have you had a show?
3 years with KKNW. I help people write their books. And
Oh,
I take calls just like you,
okay.
See what we did?
I wanted to put out the invitation because I'm feeling your book, girl.
I have like
and you
5
are
of
too.
them. I have like 5 that I've already started, but I haven't had time to finish them. Yeah. Well, I'm very happy that you are a host on the show, and I'm hoping you are enjoying all of that. And I will definitely check you out and give you a call.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Okay. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Coach Debbie. Again, that's Thursdays at 4 on KKNW, and then it repeats actually Fridays at 6 a.m. Kind of like your show, doubles on during the week.
I love that when that happens. Ours repeats Tuesday mornings, correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, Tuesday mornings early, like 6 a.m. or something like that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you can listen to the show all over again. Yeah.
I always have to turn people away. It's sad.
Because they're calling in.
Yeah, it's like encore, but but they're like, oh, Thursdays at 9. I'll be there.
Yeah, Thursdays at 9 is live, Tuesdays
Totally
at
all
6
over it.
a.m., which is really great for all the East Coast people or people in foreign
Mhm.
nations, right? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take Margot calling in. Margaret. Let's go with Margot. From New York. Hi, Margot. Did I get it right?
Hello, Benny.
Am I even close? Did I get it right?
Yes, that's
Good.
correct. Margot.
Yes, Margot. Hi.
Hi,
How are
Marie and
you?
Benny. So I'm interested in asking about a couple health things.
Yeah, please. It's my favorite topic besides dead people.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, health and dead people are like my favorite topics. Seriously, that's why my calendar in 2023 is going. You either have to have a loss, a significant loss, or a significant health issue to get on my schedule because it makes me happy. And I believe people should do work that makes them happy. They're better workers, right? They just are. Okay, so let's hear about your health issues. I'm excited.
Okay, so in March it was dental and gum concerns, and there was an urgent period, and before I could even see a professional, I helped it a lot by using this red light pen I have.
Oh, even a pen. Ooh, I want one of those.
Yeah.
Will you send us a link to it through their website?
I'm sorry I don't have the information anymore.
Oh, that's okay. We'll find it.
Weird.
Yeah.
By the way, it was presumably infused with herbs, but I don't know.
That is amazing because I actually had some laser work, dental work. That's one of the more progressive things that they do now when people are having gum issues. They do laser work. And so I had that done last year. Yeah, it was great.
Well, yeah, it seemed to be very helpful. I do not know how to regulate it myself. I don't know if I'm moving toward danger with it or not.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if they sell something to the general public, especially if it's FDA approved, I think they've kind of worked out all the kinks so that people...
One would hope so.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel. That's why I like buying products that are FDA approved that are doing things that we don't completely understand, or we're not specialists in using it, like red light therapy or radio frequency. I use this little radio frequency thing for my skin that helps my wrinkles get lighter, but all of that is FDA approved. So if it's FDA approved, I think you can trust it.
Okay. So the next thing I had happen was in my knees, which is actually
more problematic, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can disagree with me, but I feel like it's more problematic. Is that true?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
And for a week, it was both knees, and
interesting,
shockingly hurting and stiff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became more the left knee, and it's gotten much, much better.
Good. I think you're a natural healer.
What's that?
I think you're a natural healer. I think you know how to heal your body, which means you could actually help other people heal their body. People who know how to make their body get better are really good at helping other people do the very same thing. The reason why I said it's maybe more problematic than the gum issue, which is, I think you have to learn to let go too. Like when things get improved, like, can you just accept it? Like, okay, they got better. Yay. It's because you have a leak in that root chakra. And so I want you to start taking energy in. I know, and it's a significant leak. It's not small, it's large. So I would love it. Here's your what if question. What if I trust the magic of earth? Right? Because the heavens are magical and you're someone who taps into the magic of the heavens, but creation is everywhere, including the earth, including in every problem that's on earth. Creation is part of it. You can't separate the divine from anything, even war or famine. Right. So I think you're starting to turn your energy around that was leaking out of the root chakra just by telling you that creation, the universe, source, God, whatever word you want to use, is in everything, blessing everything and holding frequency for it as well. And right. So you're starting to take up energy right now, which is lovely.
Yes.
Okay.
There were emotions that came up, and I wonder if they're associated with this too, which have to do with my plan to move across the country.
Mm-hmm.
But the emotions that kind of surprised me were fear and a reticence.
But fear is not a real emotion. That's an illusion. So just remember that.
Good point.
Yeah. Just remember fear is an illusion. It's not real. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thanks for joining the show. 877-825-8828.
And you know how I'm kind of, I don't mean to cut people off, but we just have a lot of people waiting.
Yeah. Trying to get
so,
done.
I'm
all
like,
good.
Yeah, giving you the best answer I can. And then I'm going to go on to the next person. Right.
All right. Let's take now, is it Tara or Tara from Boston?
Hi, it's Tara.
Hi. Thanks very much. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's going very well. I so appreciate your Thursday shows and your tips that you share on Facebook. So thank you for sharing your
You're
tips with all of
very
us.
welcome. It's my pleasure. And what can I do for you?
Okay, so I'm curious to know if I have any multisensory gifts that I
Yes.
should be exploring
Yes.
or trying to develop.
Yes. I mean, don't you love it?
I do.
Yeah. So loving something, feeling joy about it is a sign, and it means you need to follow it. And I was just kind of slow about it. I've always loved the multisensory world. I read books since I was our guest in the studio since her age, so pretty early in my life. But I didn't realize I was even intuitive until I was 37. So this is a natural part of who you are. You're extremely multisensory. And yes, you should be studying it, learning it, reading books, doing it in the world, even professionally if you want to.
I think I do want to, but I'm so very much at the beginning of just exploring and just reading any book I can get my hands on at this point in time.
But let me just put it this way. I took a weekend Reiki workshop before I became an energy worker. So some people just have everyone has natural gifts and talents, right? This is an area where you have natural gifts and talents. So let yourself connect to it and let it flow into your awareness and your consciousness, and try not to overthink it or analyze it or process it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Thank you so much. And then I'm just curious to know if my spirit guides feel as though I'm currently in alignment with my highest purpose for this lifetime.
Yes, we're talking about it right now. So keep staying in alignment on this topic. The answer is yes, 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 yes. Okay?
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining the show.
And beautiful energy too. Like,
right?
Not a leak anywhere. Oh,
No, you're good.
I'm good. Tons coming in. It looks just stunning.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think we have time for one more. Just a couple minutes left in the show. Gretchen from LA. Gretchen, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Gretchen. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you so much for taking my call, Benny and Marie.
Aww. Yes.
That's really cute. What can I do for you?
So I had a little bit of a health scare, but maybe not really a health scare
Can you be
earlier in the
closer
year.
to your phone? I can't totally hear you.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, sorry. So I went for a checkup earlier this year, and the doctor said it looked like maybe I had a minor heart attack at
Oh,
some time.
interesting. Very
And then we did like
interesting.
the whole heart
Yeah.
thing workup,
Yeah.
and I feel fine, but I really never got any feedback.
That's
and I
because he
just wanna
can't,
see
but
if-
that is feedback. What I have found talking to people around the country, around the world too, but more in the US because we don't have, even though I love modern medicine, we have a weird system here. And people have, Americans in particular, have put way too much faith in their physicians. And I think we should trust our doctors, get good doctors, but we overtrust them. And when a doctor doesn't follow through, it's because everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. They don't know why it's wrong, or they don't know what to do. They don't know what to tell you, but they don't know how to say that. Like, you're fine. We couldn't find anything wrong. So I'm sorry that they're not mature enough to act like that, but that is very common in the US. So I think you're fine, but you do have a lot of pass-throughs through your energy, so you need to work on your energy. I wish I could talk to you more, but Benny's playing the music. That means I have to go. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Your what if question is, what if I receive? Thank you everyone for calling in. Bye-bye for now.